Hi, it's Candy of Candy Photography. I'm going to talk to you about the 3 misconceptions photographers make when they're starting out thinking this is what they need to do to be amazing. I think that's kind of where we're going with this. Mistake number 1, upgrading your kit before you're ready. I know like everyone thinks like once the new thing's out, we want to run and get it. Well, here's a tip. You are falling for the marketing, okay? The new Nikon D850 comes out, everyone wants to go get it. The difference is, do you actually need it? Are you actually confident enough to get it? Everyone can buy an amazing piece of equipment, but if you don't know how to use it and you're not at that level yet, what is the point in putting yourself through all that? Now, some people agree that you should buy the best you can afford. I agree with that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you run off and get yourself into masses of debt for an amazing piece of equipment that you have only barely learned to scratch the surface using your current digital SLR. When I started, I had a D90. Well, that's a bit of a lie. I started with Pentax, blah, 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 and point and shoot. But then I got my first Nikon, which was a D90, and I used it till, well, I still have it in my bag. I mean, I use it when I go like traveling around because it's fun. It is a workhorse, okay? But it still works. And I used it to get great shots, just these. I'll drop some in. Bearing in mind, this was my first camera, so this is like my first couple of pro-ish shoots, okay? It took me ages to decide to upgrade because I couldn't see why I was upgrading other than the fact that I wanted to get better quality images, that I could blow up bigger and had more detail in. So eventually I did upgrade because, as you know, technology gets old. But I upgraded to something that I could afford, and then eventually now I'm on my full frame, and that took a while for me to get to full frame, not because I couldn't afford it, but because I didn't see the need straight away to get myself into a debt of some description to get it. I didn't want to have to go out and spend X amount of money on a camera that I was not quite ready to give up what I already had on a crop sensor. You know, I did have to upgrade my glass, my lenses, which I would encourage people to do first. Number two, tip number 2. Me, oh, I need a studio to be a professional photographer. No you don't. Okay, it's great to have a studio where you can go and you can show clients your work, display your work, do photo shoots in it. You know, that's great, okay? But you don't technically need to have a studio to be professional. So many amazing photographers are freelance. They just hire studios as they go around if they need them. Okay, my studio I've had just under 3 years. It has been an asset to me and it has developed my photography amazingly. It's also been a bit of a ball and chain, I'll admit it. I have to repaint it. The list goes on and on and on. It has brought me clients. It does mean I've always got someone to shoot when it's bad weather, but it also means I can be incredibly creative in my own space. Downside is sometimes you feel like, God, that's a big investment I'm taking. You know, I'm no longer going to be quite as freelance as I want to be. But you don't actually need to have a studio to be a photographer. You can hire community centers to operate out of when you're doing studio sessions. You can hire a studio. There are hundreds of them around. You don't actually even need to be in a studio. Some great photographers just go outside. Just go outside. Okay? Tip number 3. You do not need to be on every single social media. Okay? I see so many photographers going, oh, I need to get a huge channel. The list goes on. There will always be a new social media, okay? My tip is grab your username on all of them, but you don't actually have to use them. If you can, just divert them to your choosing. I always say start with 2 social medias that you use yourself the most in your private life. So for me, that's Facebook and Instagram. Use those when you're ready, and if you feel ready, expand. So I expanded from Instagram and Facebook into YouTube. Here I am. Because if you spread yourself too thin, the content will fall. If you spread yourself too thin, the quality will fall. And also, you need to streamline your workflow. And if you are having to update 55,000 social media accounts, that's not good for you. If you can automate some of them, you know, you can update Tumblr, get your email on, Tumblr and Instagram and Facebook all through one photo on there. You can link your Twitter and your Facebook. It goes on. There are ways to get around this, but you do not need to have every single one. I know these aren't the most conventional tips everyone wants to know about, but these are the 3 that I get asked the most about. Do I need a studio? Do I need to be on every social media? And do I need the best camera? No. So I hope you like, subscribe, bye.